Hello and welcome to the World Reflexology Foundation. We are a group of reflexologists who have a passion for helping people have better health. And in fact, we have a belief that if people around the world had reflexology to use on themselves, that the world could be a healthier place. Our mission is to improve health worldwide through self-help reflexology. What's reflexology? Reflexology is a way of helping ourselves to stay in good health. It's called prevention. And if we do have aches and pains and different discomforts, then it's a way of sometimes helping us feel better. How is it done? Well, reflexology is done by using our touch in nurturing ways on maps of the body that are believed to exist on the feet, on the hands, and on the outer ears. And let's take a look at some charts that'll show you what reflexology is visually. So now let's take a look at the World Reflexology Foundation color-coordinated chart. If you notice on the left, there's the human body, the lady, but it would be the same for the man, and the colors from the top to the bottom, from the top of her head to her feet. Well, we're going to take a look at those in a minute, but notice on the feet and hands, that they're also the same colors, going from the top down to the heel of the feet and the wrist of the hands. So let's take a look. Notice the purple color of her head and neck. But that color is color coded. If you go to the toes, you notice it's the same purple color as it is in the fingers. That's indicating if you have problems, stress in your head and neck, that you would go to the fingers and toes to help get relief. If you come to the body again and notice the blue, that's for the chest area. And that means chest in front, heart and lungs inside, everything inside the chest, and then the shoulders and back, because when the shoulders are actually the top and back of the chest. And we go to the same color, the blue, on the feet and on the hands. And now if we go back to the human body, we look at the yellow and the orange. The yellow is upper abdomen, the orange is lower abdomen. And that's where you'd work on the feet, the yellow for upper abdomen, and the heels for lower abdominal pelvic area. And on the hands, similarly, the yellow for upper abdomen, the heel of the hands, the orange for lower abdominal pelvic area issues. So that's for the feet, hands, and ears as far as from the top down. Now let's take a look at the legs. Notice they're red, and you go to the small red spots on the feet and on the hands. Notice the cursor that's showing you. And then go to the arms. Notice the green representing the arms. And notice the cursor is going to show us on the outer edge of the feet, below the small toe to the heel, and also the outer edge of the hands from the small finger down to the wrist. And then down the middle of the human body, notice that there's something that looks like a ladder. And that's representing the spinal reflex area from the neck all the way down to the lower pelvis area. And if we go to the feet, notice where the feet come together below the big toe down to the heel. That's for the spinal reflexes on the feet. And then the hands, similarly, where below the thumb down towards the wrist for spinal issues. Then let's go to the ears and think when we were children, we used to try to do headstands on the ears, headstands. And notice the purple is on the bottom instead of the top. That's because the image of the human body and the outer ear is upside down. So for head and neck issues, the purple, we'd work with the earlobe area. The blue is for the chest reflex area. The yellow and orange are for the upper and lower abdominal areas. The red is for the legs, leg reflexes. The green for arm reflexes. Shoulder all the way up to the finger top where the cursor is now. That would be for the fingertips. And then notice the spinal reflexes, that curved area. So these are still the maps that we use for the feet, hands, and outer ears, showing you what the concept of reflexology and the reflexology pressure maps.
Everybody, I have a little ear to share with you, and just to show you right here, as Stephanie mentioned, is the lower back reflex. So I'm going to show you on my ear where it is by pointing with my index finger first, right here and right here. Now, the best results you can get is if you put your thumb on that spot that I show you, and I'm gonna pull my hair back so you can see, and I'm raising my elbow up now just to show you where it is. It's right underneath that triangular fossa. I'm raising my elbows up, but I'm not going to keep them that way while I show you, while we hold. So if you can find those spots, you want to press up and into your head. And once you get that, then you can lower your elbows, drop your shoulders, take a breath, and hold. The longer you hold, the better. And you want to hold at least, let's say, at least 5 minutes. You want to hold there, and ideally, when you're at home, you can then put your back at ease and have a pillow handy so that you're relaxing your shoulders and supporting your elbows. You can also lean forward on a desk. The important thing is that you do relax into it. So again, it's right here. Let's see, like that, right there. Over the next few days, I'm just going to reiterate what Stephanie said. Try this and hold for at least 5 minutes. The ears. And for lower back and sciatica, this is the one point for it covers both. So you can hold, relax, breathe, and then let go. Remember to relax your fingers too. Look at the way Stephanie's doing it. She's supporting her fingers on her head. So the other thing about the ears is this is the first place that you would go in the priority of feet, hands, and ears for lower back concerns and sciatica. So go to the ears first and remember to relax, breathe, and practice every day, especially for the next few days. You'll get the best optimum results with the practice. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Annie. That was very helpful. And I also want to emphasize this is in real life. If you have lower back pain, if you have pain from sciatica, hold it longer. The way we're showing it to you is very brief. But when you're doing this later on at home, today, tomorrow, and next week, every day, hold it longer, 5 to 10 minutes at any. And you can even hold it longer, as long as you get some relief. Hold it. There is not too long hold. So thank you again, Annie. We're now coming to the feet, and I will.
So I have a nice foot here. Let's see if we can get it in the picture. And we're going to start on the side here. So the spinal column starts up here and goes all the way down, and the lower back is in this big circle here. And I've done a big circle because we often do the wider area so that we can also do the supporting structures, and also it's not so much pressure for you to get the exact point. So we're going to do this wider area. Now, if you'd like to pull out your foot and put it on your knee and go along with me, that's great. Otherwise, you can just watch. And Stephanie will also show you on her foot at the end, or she may even show you now. So, so let's go with, I'm going to do some little thumb movements, and we can go upwards like this, slowly. Now I'm going to be doing it a little faster because it's a demo, but this is how we do the little thumb rolls up like this. And you can do it from the side. It does not have to be. And it does not, somebody left a question in the chat, it does not have to be deep or hard. Just do the pressure that works for you. It can be light, firm, however, whatever works for you. So that's that, and you're using that area there, the lower back reflex point. Okay, now we're going to work on the sciatic reflex, and we're going to come around here. And if you notice on the foot, you've got this soft area in the middle, right? And you've got this, the heel area here, and right in the middle, we actually call it the pelvic line, but it's also the sciatic line. And so we're going to work the sciatic line right across. And I'm going to do this with my finger because on this angle, it's a little easier. Now, if you're doing your actual foot, you want to support your foot, you know, when you've got it, you want to support it, and you might even be coming in from the other side, whatever's easier for you, okay? But this is for demonstration purpose. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go across the top of the heel on the sciatic reflex line. Do it one more time. And again, I'm just going a little bit faster than normal. Now, if you find a tender point or something, just hold it. You can just hold it if you like this. You can also do little circles until that frees up a little bit. And you can do that for as long as that takes. Okay, and again, you can do little movements going upwards across that line if you'd like as well, whatever works for you. Okay, so we're going across the sciatic line right to the other side, to this side. Okay, and this is the what I would call the outer. So that's the outer side. Now here, as Stephanie mentioned, if you go approximately halfway, there's a bump here. Now, not all of you might not have a bump, but if you don't have a bump, it's approximately halfway. So just go and feel that for a minute and feel that bump. I feel it right there. And then right underneath that bump is the hip reflex point. And you know, in sciatica, that can spring from that area, and it can also be a little painful. So you can just hold this on the hip area. Let's do that now. Just hold it for a second. Remember to breathe when you hold, right? And do some little movements. And then as Stephanie showed before, there's a sort of a triangle that goes up and like this, which are the leg reflexes starting from that hip, but under the bump, going inwards like a triangle. And then, so these are the leg reflexes, and this is the knee. You can hold that too if it's tender. And coming back, the bottom here. It's a little triangle we just did, like that. Okay, and so this is the feet down here. All right, they are the lower back reflexes and the sciatica reflexes, and those are all the points that you can use. So there's quite a lot on the feet. And just remember when you're doing this to relax again, breathe. If you're doing it, Stephanie will show you later on the foot so you can get a little better idea of that, but always support what you're doing, whether it be on the feet or the hands, and then just take your time. Okay.
Thank you, Mita. That was wonderful. And it feels so delicious to work on your own feet. Now we're coming to the third reflex location, or reflex map, the hands.
Everybody, nice to see you again. The good thing about the hands is that we always have them with us. So having your hands with you, even though they're the third level in the priority, they're still effective. So please don't discount the hands. And they're always, like I said, they're always with you. Now, what we want to do for the lower back reflex, when you want to work that, you want to go just where your thumb is. You want to go down to the wrist, and where I've drawn this little black box, right at that knuckle of your wrist below your thumb, that's going to be your lower back reflex. Your lower back reflex. Now, as Mita has shown you, you can actually, what I like to do is cradle my hand, and you can do a little thumb roll, which is just taking your thumb and sort of inchworming across. Or you can do a press and hold. And if you feel a tender area, you might want to just stay on that area and kind of give it a nice gentle, just a gentle circular motion until that pain is relieved. And you also want to, you can go upwards. Now, being on the wrist and having a bit of arthritis can cause a little discomfort. So we don't want to work too deeply to begin with. Also, it's a bony protrusion. So on a bony protrusion, we tend to work a little bit more lightly. So this would be the lower back reflex. I'm showing you in this manner, but possibly you'd want to hold your hand in a cradle. Or again, you can use 2 fingers. That might be effective. I'm using my opposite hand here. Again, this big knuckle. And 2 fingers, and slowly and breathing. So there's many options. Thumb, fingers, stay and hold, circular. Again, gentle on the hands as they can be quite quick, but still very effective. Now, to work onto the sciatica, we're going to take that lower back reflex, work the pelvic line reflex. Now that's just across that wrist area. I'm using my finger here, but you can use 2 fingers. You can cradle it. You can use your thumb. You want to work slowly, and you want to feel that nice release just along that pelvic region, because remember, our backs, although the spine is in one line, we want to work across that body where that whole area encompasses. So pelvic region for sciatic, and that'll lead us where? To the outer edge where we have our leg, hip, and feet reflex. So now we're on our outer part of our hand, and we want to just take that knuckle there, and we just want to gently work up, work across. We want to release. Sometimes the leg can get very activated from a sciatic nerve problem. So we want to work this reflex area as well, the hip and the leg all the way into the feet. So that's this whole fleshy area, and in here, right where you feel that knuckle, that protruding joint, it was not a knuckle. And so you just want to gently work that. So again, fingers, thumb, across, and then back. Cradling is most comfortable, but like I said, you can work it in all different manners. And we have our hands with us at all times, so it's a little less obtrusive if you're in public, or you're sitting at a meeting, or you're just hanging out watching television. Again, gentle and activated. Use the work a few times a day in the next couple of days, and continuously do these points, just because we want to really get the most out of the areas that we're showing you. So remember to do them for the next couple of days consistently, and for at least 3 to 5 minutes, if not longer. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your hand demonstration.
It's good to see a lot of you working on yourself, following along, not only watching, but also working on yourself. That's the idea. And by the way, in this video, we had to go very quickly to cover a lot of information. what we encourage you to do is to, like I'm going to do with my voice now, is slow down. Spend a lot of time working on those reflexes as frequently as you reasonably can as well. Now, after you do reflexology, it's often suggested to drink extra fluids to help keep yourself hydrated. And coming back to the reflexes for a moment, remember the top priority is the one that you want to work on most. If you don't have time to do all three, be sure to do the first one if you can physically. We'd love for you to share this information, help us spread the information around. We are a 501c3 nonprofit and also non-vocational. So it's self-help work that we teach here. And one of the things that we could ask your help for, we already mentioned one, which is to share this with friends and neighbors, family members. But also, we would appreciate your donations. Why? Because although we all at the World Reflexology Foundation, we're all volunteers, it costs us money to get some of the projects done that we're working on. For example, we're translating a lot of the articles that are on the website. If you go to the website, worldreflexologyfoundation.org, you notice that there are a lot of articles there, and also they're being translated into other languages from around the world, a long-term project, and also the videos. And eventually we'll get to having all the videos with voiceovers from around the world as well. So all of these projects are ambitious. They do take quite a bit of money. So if you have the situation where you could donate, we would appreciate your helping us, but just be as generous as you can. But most importantly, it's not to help us with the projects as much as to help us get the projects out to the world, to help the world be, as we said at the beginning, to help the world be a healthier place through self-help reflexology. So bless you. Thank you so very much for being with us. And until the next time, we wish you very vibrant, good health.